I forgot what it says. Setup is produced by, and I can't really read it in there. We'll get that here in a minute. But about 50% of the work, they said, was put in from that group there. So we'll be talking to Derek a little bit about that, who helped with the setups and everything. But at the moment, it is time to get to the grid, Wesley. And here you see heat number 1. Again,
that's right. One of the cool things about this is there's also going to be heat racing formats. So, real quickly, let's bring into the broadcast booth, if you will, our in-race reporter, the man who put the Outlaw Super Late Model Series together, Mr. Canadian himself, Derek Fulton, our friend of the North. Heat races tonight. Derek, talk a little bit about that as we get ready for this heat race, and then with the 150-lap feature coming up next.
Yeah, it's looking interesting. We've got a really good field out here tonight. It's going to be a real tough field to, top 10 here tonight is going to be something to be real proud of. It's really interesting. The track temps and track conditions are changing like crazy, which is completely changing the way the car is handling. So I think it's going to be all about who can find the grip when the grip's there.
Now, we have the field setting up for a heat race. Am I correct? This is a heat race that's about to go down here?
Yeah, I think so. We're just going to do this to set the grid, kind of get out there, just feel how the car is going to really do and stuff.
Okay.
And then, we'll go back in and reset.
So this is going to be kind of like a scuff session, if you will, like a little practice, pretty much.
Yes, sir. It'll also still set the front row for the starting grid for the actual race. But Garrett did win the swag. So congrats to Garrett on that. We're going to be trying to chase him down all night, I imagine.
The Swag Graphics Pole Award winner is, again, the driver of the number 1, Garrett Maines. And we'll check in from Derek Fulton from time to time. He is our LSR TV CRN in-race reporter. Go get him, Derek. Thank you, bud.
Sounds good. Have fun, guys. Talk to you soon.
That's... wrong person, my bad. He'll be joining us here from time to time as our in-race reporter. So again, Garrett Maines is on the pole. He is our Swag Fast qualifier, the driver to Powhatan, Virginia, the Smithfield Foods Sadler Motorsports number 1 fast qualifier. And again, he will be the driver that will lead us to the green flag. And as we just talked about a moment ago, Charles, this is just a practice session, if you will, just getting a little warm-up session, maybe checking to see if there might be any net code or internet issues on any of these drivers. That is something that's being done right now, and then we'll get the field set to go here for 155 laps, as this is just a practice session. This is not the official start of the race.
Yeah, it's definitely not. And there you see, we'll officially do our intro for the main event, but look at all these cars come barreling down the backstroke.
I love it. I love it, man.
Absolutely.
The love of motorsports.
Yes, there's some amazing cars on an amazing tracks are going down the front stretch right now. But again, it's just like a warm-up session, but they're still racing, and accidents can happen just like that right there as the yellow is displayed for the first time. And it looks like Bladen Edwards going to be involved in this one.
We'll check out our replay here and find out what happened.
Oh, and right
this is
there.
just, again, the number 2 car just going around. Another one going up on his side out of turn number 1 and 2. What a tough break. Bladen Edwards and the number 2 car. And that's Jason Maines. Wow.
Yeah, and that is right there, as Wesley, is what you call a slow roll. It rolled, but
yes,
it was
sir.
a super slow motion. No, we didn't put the slow-mo effect on it. That's just how slow it rolled over. And, good news is it landed back on its wheels. And the even better news, Wesley, this is just the warm-up. It's not the main event.
That's right. That's right. This is just your warm-up session, so don't add anything into this. This is just warm-up, so if you make a mistake, you can dust yourself off and get back up and go again. So we're keeping up with that. But all the drivers are ready to roll here this evening, including Garrett Maines and Brandon Hughes. He'll be in that number 111 machine. He'll start on the outside of the front. The driver out of French Lick, Indiana. Who else is from French Lick, Indiana? Do you know the answer, Charles?
No.
From French Lick, Indiana. Do you know the answer?
I do not.
basketball player, Larry Bird of the NBA.
You mean that real tall, white-haired looking pasty guy?
Larry Bird, red-headed guy, used to play for the Boston Celtics.
I got some cards of his somewhere. But, yeah, I did not know that was where he was from.
I'm a stat guy. I'm sorry. I have that kind of stuff in my head. If you'd have looked at the roster, you'd have known that.
Hell, yes, I would have. Again, I told you,
brother. I'm playing.
I'm a bad announcer. I don't read rosters.
All right. Well, we're definitely getting ready for the start of this race here in just a couple of moments. This is another practice session, if you will, as this practice session rolls along to set the field for the big race coming up. 155 laps. The race will be reset here after a quick heat race, if you will. I think they're going to run like 10 laps, I think is what it is. I just want to make sure real quickly. Okay. All right, Derek, we don't need you. 10 laps, and then that will be the end of their warm-up session / heat pole award winner. Again, is Garrett Maines. You're tuned into coverage on LSR TV, the CRN Sports Network, and hey, we're even on Race on Texas. Thank you to Race on Texas and Chris David and everybody that is involved with that awesome organization. Check them out. We're glad to have them here as we have another caution just as fast as we got started. I hope we don't tear cars up in the warm-up session. My goodness.
Yeah, that would not be good. As go here and see what happened. As it's not even letting me go through this driver, so we're gonna have to. There we go.
Oh wow, there he is, back against the wall, number 10. I believe it is the number 10.
I believe he had connection issue because right at this point, again,
a little bit of net code.
Yeah, it will not let me go to him at there, and that's when he comes back. So I do believe that was a connection issue that plagued him because he was off the racing service. We could not actually view the replay until
and that was
he came
RS
back.
Center. That was actually RS Center. I think I said it was the driver and the number 10. There is no number 10 from Oakwood, Georgia. The Studio 10 Wraps RS trucking entry of Oakwood, Georgia's RS Center. He's the one that went around there. And again, I'm just so glad that everybody stepped up information down there for the roster and I just don't like saying car number and name. I know you don't like studying your notes, as you said, Charles, but when you work on a series or you work on a lot of network broadcasts like I do, you want to talk about these guys. You want them to be stars. You want them to be heroes of the broadcast. And I love people to first off know where they're from, where they're checking them out, where they're tuned in, whether it's esports, whether it's virtual reality. I love to know the locations of where all these stars of esports and racing are from. Sponsors, chassis, a little bit of racing backgrounds if they're on a racing team. And we have done that here as we're about probably 2 more laps away from the end of this warm-up session before For the Love of Motorsports 155 to get underway here at North Wilkesboro on LSR TV, CRN, and RaceOnTexas.com.
Yeah, we're about to go once again. The lights are still on, and I will point that as of right now, we are technically into is it what we call this a mini overtime? We are going into overtime here in the heat race / warm-up session. So.
Right.
We'll see how it all plays out. But again,
I think this is something unique because I've never seen anything like this done before, except maybe like a warm-up session, like 5 laps, and this is kind of extended past 10. It doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't really set up the rest of the lineup. I think it just gives you an opportunity, if you will, to maybe somebody might have came in late, or maybe you might be thinking you're having some internet or netcode issues, and this gives you the opportunity to check your car out and see how you're going to feel here before things get started.
Yeah, it definitely does. This is like it really is. It's like a heat, or it is a heat race, but it's like a heat race in dirt style racing. Is dirt style, they refer to it shaking down the car. Going out there, seeing what might happen. In this case, it's more of connection issues and stuff like that versus the engine blowing up or whatever may happen. With the green flag back out, and Garrett Maines still out front as he's followed by Hal, Sacco, and Hughes in your top 4, and Matthew Lee in the top 5, and they're getting aggressive here just in this little heat race.
Man, come on. guys. This is just a heat race session. Come on, y'all. Be nice. Look at him coming off the corner. Little contact. Boy. Off the walls was that Hughes, and there's the yellow flag. Brandon Hughes was in the wall, the outside front row starter. And let's take a look at the replay here, what's going on and why we're under the yellow flag. The old LSR TV replay graphic, or the new one you made last week. I like that one better. I'm just saying. I like it.
Yeah, we need to get that one back in. As you know, a lot of people don't know we had that complete redo of the computer and lost a few things in there, but definitely it will be coming back here soon. And we are just continuing this. So we are in overtime number 2, and I would imagine, Wesley, this is getting close to the limit, if not at the limit, of overtime green-white checkered attempts for the heat race. Usually they set it to 2.
Yeah, and I'm wondering why they're wasting all the time to do this heat race. Again, it's just like a warm-up session, if you will. We got to get rolling. We got 155 laps as the main event coming up, and you know, again, they are wanting to actually get everybody get the white flag and get the checker and be ready to roll here. So we hope you're enjoying coverage of the great event that is the NASRA Outlaw Super Late Model Series. What a race. And I say this wholeheartedly. You know, Charles, I was optimistic last Wednesday night. I did not think we would have a race of that caliber that we ended up seeing. Holy cow, what a race over you know, Gabriel Ellison and Matt Lee and everyone else involved. 27 thousandths of a second. Wow. I mean, I never would have thought it at Daytona.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what kind of finish we're going to see here tonight. Of course, in order to finish, we got to get to the actual race. So
yeah, we got to finish the end of this heat race.
I imagine that should be coming up here soon. This will be attempt number 3 on it. Again, this is a brand new league. These are some of the finer details that didn't quite make it in the memo up to the press booth here as to how many attempts they will have. You know, if we start hitting 5 or 6, we may have to pull in our inter-race reporter there and see how many attempts they do have, as this can drag on for quite some time if they didn't put a cap on it. So, again, that is something
as a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and bring him in here real quickly while we're under caution. Derek Fulton, why are we having so many attempts at a green-white checker in just a heat race if it's just a warm-up session, bud?
Honestly, I guess when you make a session, you know, with the green-white checkers at the end of a feature, I guess iRacing puts it into the heats as well. I guess I forgot to turn the cautions off for the heats. So a little bit of a mistake on my end. Had a bit of a mistake with the admin. So we're just trying to doing everything here last minute, trying to make it work.
All right, brother. I'm sorry. Let's get back to work then. That is Derek Fulton with his excuse. It's his fault.
There you go. Well, we have the scapegoat now. Oh, and we're not even going to attempt that one. We're just going to pile up the star.
Big trouble there. My goodness, what a pile up. The 04 Matt Lee, the runner-up at Daytona last week, and a whole bunch of other cars involved. Going into turn number 1.
And we're just going to go somewhere. This
is, wow, this is Zimmerman into the 93. Teams involved. That's Kenny Zeems.
And then this. Again, there are multiple incidents on the track we're going back to take a look at here to see what happened, who all was involved in this. And right there,
multiple accidents.
The 15 just kind of checking up there. Go and take a look here at Brandon Hughes. This was at the
That's
front.
Hunter McCoy. And, yes. Oh, man, this is on the front straightaway. Look out! Oh, the 93 gets into Brandon Hughes. He goes up and over the 93 machine. And that is the driver of, let's see here, no name right now on that information. I want to say it might be, is it Brandon Gagnon, I think it might have been? The 93?
Yes, that is correct. And he is now, I believe, in the pits. That's 83. 93 is back there somewhere, but
I have no information on who the 93 is. My bad. Hang on. I have to check he's not on the roster. My apologies. He's a late arrival. The 93 is Tyler Daniels. Tyler Daniels is the 93 car. So we're back to green here. White flag in the air.
Yeah.